this discussion, but it certainly is another broad area of concern. One question that I would have in light of this is speaking of universities and colleges, is it right to assume that now they are aligned in educating teachers to prepare them for teaching the core? And if so, how is that being done? How does that work?
Well, my staff meet with the deans of the schools of education. We started that process in 2000. We've met with them over the years, but we started in that process to talk about the new standards and the work that we were doing. We got feedback from them, and so we've done that since 2008, and it is a requirement that state board policy that all of the universities having teacher preparation programs have graduate students who can teach the content of the standards. And I know we have some really good work going on in our state. As with anything, there needs to be more work.
Absolutely, and one of the things that was mentioned earlier is that the Common Core, of course, we're not meant to really address issues of emotional, mental issues. It's just simply a standard of what we call core capacities, intellectual habits, etc. And yet, in our classrooms, we're faced with these issues. So and this is not on the paper, I'm just asking this question because it's an interest to me. What are we thinking about those kinds of things, those challenges, and how are we preparing to meet those challenges as well?
Well, the Common Core standards do address the notion of working in teams, working with groups to accomplish something. We have to depend in a holistic way of all of the standards, regardless of whether they're healthful living or other, to address the skills necessary to be successful. In fact, this week we just kicked off an initiative called Character Matters, and we want to instill in all of our students respect, self-respect. We want to instill in all of our students how to work in teams, how to be responsible, how to exhibit self-discipline, how to show integrity. And so that's a part of the work every day, regardless of which standards we have in place. They're a part of educating the whole child.
Mr. Falconberry, any response?
What was the question again?
The question, excuse me, is that you mentioned some experts that talked about the lack of the ability of the Common Core to address certain other capacities that we know are important in the development of the child, and so.
Yeah, and in that, as Dr. Atkinson stated, in that letter of the 500 developmentally child scientists, they did say that with developmentally inappropriate standards, the child might be nervous in the classroom, which will affect how they perform. They might lose their attention span because if it's too hard, they might just block it out. And I think those are some things that we do need to take into consideration. And also, if certain standards in kindergarten or first grade really do need to, I think, be re-examined because kids just aren't supposed to interact in that way when they're there and they're at that grade level. And I'd be more than happy to share that letter with all of you so you guys can read it as well. But a lot of people have come out since Common Core was released and seeing how kids are reacting to the standards inside the classroom and said, this is what's going to happen, and this is what we should expect.
Thank you. So